All right, first up we have an art rare, maybe Japanese. All right. So quality control on the Japanese is so much better than the English version. So I expect a 10 on this one. Centering is, wow, that's just perfect. 50-50. I don't see any surface issues, and the edges look pretty clean. Yeah, I don't see any nicks or anything. Yeah, it looks good. Let's flip to the back. And let's hope I don't see any white, which I don't. And the back is nicely centered. Don't see any indents. And the edges look pretty good. Make sure I didn't miss anything, but I think this is a clear-cut 10. Okay. I'm confident in this one. Grade it if you want to. Okay. All right, we have a cool-looking Pikachu. Trainer gallery. Got it. All right. So, what are we working with? I'm looking at the centering now, but this edge nick's bugging me. Maybe we can just smooth it. No, it's not smoothing. The centering is a little bit thicker on the left than the right. You can see it's a little thinner if you look right here and flip it this way. You can kind of see it. But it's close. It's close to 60-40, I would put it at. So you're within mint 9 range. And with that nick, I think you're already at a mint 9. And then you also, when you have the foil, you got to look for these little kind of surface scratches. And I see them all through here. There we go. There we go, right there. Let's look at the, ooh. Okay, so this one I wouldn't grade anyway. The corners aren't that bad, but then you get this really thick edge wear, and they're really harsh on this. So honestly, I think it's already down to like a 7. Unfortunately, you got a little edge lift up right here. No creases or indents, which is nice, and the corners are okay, you know, maybe a touch here and there, but this is where it's going to get you. And the little foil scratches and that nick. So I think I'm going to put it like a 7.5, but I think with PSA they're going to give you a 7 on this one. Okay. All right, next we have a tag team. These tag teams have been hot, skyrocketing. So let's hope you have some really clean ones. Okay, so we got Venusaur and Snivy. Top to bottom I really like, but left to right I'm a little worried. You can kind of see the little bit of excess right here. So see how thin it is right there compared to here? That's what I worry about. So you're already outside of a 10 range, but I still think you're within a 9 if everything else looks good. And 9s are still worth grading for these particular cards. Dang it. Yeah, it's just too much. Too much edge wear. White showing. And you got noticeable white on this bottom left, and then noticeable white here. Let's make sure there's nothing like major, no indents or creases or anything before I assign a grade. And the surface just isn't clean, meaning it's just there's some wear. It's real deceptive because with Pokemon, the front of the card can often look gem, and then you flip to the back and it's just a 6 or a 7. It's crazy. But yeah, I think I'm around a 7 on this one. I think it could be a 6.5. PSA, but I would put it at a 7 too. Okay, there you go. All right, we got a cool looking Gengar. Gengar is so popular. One of the most popular Pokemon characters, and it sells really well. All right, let's see what we got. This one's a little more difficult to see the centering. But I'm seeing the edge right here. Top to bottom looks good. Really hard to find this edge on the right side. It's right there. So you can see the edge from here to here. It's not bad. A little thinner on the left than the right. Top to bottom's good. You're within the mint 9 range on the centering. Edges, I see a little bit of edge wear right here. Might be able to smooth it out gently. Yeah, a little bit better. Surface looks good and the corners look good, so just depends on the back. So not too bad on the white showing, but you have a little bit of snowing. Yes, Pokemon cards can get a little snowing, a little white through here. And then you have a fairly noticeable edge indent right here. And a few surface scratches along the way through here. But the corners look good. No creases or anything like that. I don't even want to try to smooth that because if there's already white showing, if you smooth it, it might make more white. Just don't want to risk it. But I think this puts you to... Oh man, it's close. You're between a 7 and an 8. I'll put you at a 7.5. Cool card. Okay. All right, we have another tag team, Jigglypuff. I have not seen this card. Okay. Centering is pretty nice. Left to right, a little bit thinner. You can see thin there compared to there. And then top to bottom, it's a little thinner on the top. But so you're not in Gem 10 range, but you're in Mint 9 range. And the surface looks great. The edges look nice. Just depends on the back. I'm always scared. Good. Okay, this is a solid card. Solid copy. I do see a big scratch. Dang. All through here. See that? That's pretty uncommon for a Pokemon card. But that's okay. They're not as harsh on that compared to white showing. And you don't have a ton of white showing. A little bit bottom left edge and a little bit bottom right edge and a little bit top right edge corner. So overall, I kind of put you at an 8 on this particular card. The front looks pretty good, so yeah, it's just that back scratch that kind of bugs me. I think I put you at an 8. Okay. All right, this is a big one. SIR Pikachu, huge. I've always wanted to own this card, so I am officially jealous. I hope you pulled this. That'd be an amazing pull. But even if you bought this as a single, good purchase because it looks phenomenal to start off. Okay, I'm going to be extra careful with this card. So, oh man, you're close. Left to right looks great. Top to bottom, a little bit thinner on the top than the bottom if you flip it this way. It's a little thicker there than here. But, man, if everything else checks out, I still think you have a shot at a 10. I really do. So I'm excited for you. I see a little debris. Be careful. Yep, came off. Oh my gosh. Yes. I think this is a 10. Either way, even if it grades a 9, it's still worth grading, you know? So I don't see any white showing. The back's pretty nicely centered, just a little thinner on that top than the bottom, but the edges look great. No surface, nothing dirty about it. I really love this card. I think they give you a 10. I really do. But if they don't, it's because of the centering. But all other aspects just check out, you know? It's beautiful. Yeah, I don't want to handle it anymore. So yeah, this one you grade no matter what. I think it has a 10. I'm going to give it a 10. I really do. Nice card. All right, looks like we have another maybe Japanese card. Okay. So, no surface foil scratches or anything. Corners look good. Centering's there. I say left to right's perfect. Ever so slight thinner on the top than the bottom, but it's really close. It's probably 52-48. It's definitely Gem 10 range. I don't see any white showing. Yeah, these are just easy to grade because they don't have those blue backs that chip so easily. Centering's nice. I don't see any flaws to this card. I think this one's a clear-cut 10. Easy to grade. I see why PSA graders fly through Pokemon cards because it's just kind of obvious. Especially when they're 10s. It's just boom. Yeah. It is a 10. Okay. All right, next up we have another artware. Rare. This is a cool one. I haven't seen this in person yet. This would be good around Christmas time. Okay. Delibird or something? I don't know if I got that right. All right, so it looks like another Japanese. Let's go ahead and look at the back first. Don't feel like waiting. I don't see much wrong. A little bit of edge, slight nicks here and there, but nothing major. No white showing, centered up. Front, centered up, left to right. Top to bottom look grazed. Dang near 50-50. I don't see any foil scratches. It's just straight from pack to sleeve. There's nothing wrong with this card. I don't see anything. It's another no-brainer 10. Okay. All right, we have some new stuff from Mega Evolution. Good to see if you guys found some packs in the wild. I've only found a few and didn't pull anything. So top to bottom centering's there. Left to right I'm worried about. You can really see it's thinner here than here. So I think you're already out of a 10 range, unfortunately. And it's too bad because I've noticed on this particular set, the Mega Evolution, the backs are better quality. They almost feel like more rounded, you know? You don't see that lift up and chipping. Nice quality. Kind of like what you saw in the Sword and Shield era. So, but unfortunately, just about the centering. I think you're maybe like an SGC 9.5 or a CGC 9.5, but I think you're a PSA 9 because of that centering. Otherwise, it would have been 10. Okay. All right, we have a Salamence. This is another one. Along with the Pikachu, I really want to own this card someday. My son really wants one too. We love the art. It's so cool. So, SIR. It's kind of like the Mega Evolution one we just saw. So, a little bit of a tilt cut. The top to bottom looks great centering, and then the top left to right looks good, but then you get the bottom left to right, it's a little thin compared to that, but not bad. I'd say if all other aspects look great, you have a 10 shot. I'm worried about that. I'll tell you in a second. So, edges are nice. I don't see much wrong, but you have this mark I hope it can pick it up because that's what's going to cost you. It's like right here. So it comes off right here. Come on, phone, pick it up. Yeah. Did you see it? It's right here. You'll see it in person. I think that's enough to get you down to a 9, unfortunately, in combination with that centering. So, beautiful card. I still think it's worth grading in a 9. Love it. Edges, corners. I think you're at like a 9.5 in CGC, though. And Beckett. So, really nice card. I'm going to put it at a... I'm going to put it at a 9.5. PSA will probably give it a 9, though. All right, we got the new Bulbasaur. So cool. I haven't seen this one in person yet either. Look at that centering. Very nice centering. Edges look good. A little bit of debris. Still there. Wants to hang on. Okay, so, I mean, ever so slight. Thinner on the left than the right. But not too bad. Edges look good. Yeah, it's almost like a slight tilt cut, but you can still get 10s with that. So I see a center here and a little thicker there, but you can still get 10s. Let's hope the back's clean. And it is. I don't see any white showing. Like I said, this Mega Evolution, the quality control's better. It's nice to see. Okay. I don't see any white. Edges are clean. I'm going to stop handling it because I think you got a nice gem 10 on your hands. And IRs are kind of hard to gem. So, beautiful. All right. 10. All right, we have the Zekrom. Kind of a full art ultra rare. Come on out. There we go. This is from Black Bolt. Yep. Okay. Quality control is a little better on Black Bolt too. Left to right. It seemed like slightly thinner on the left than the right, but not terrible. Top to bottom looks good. Edges, surface, everything looks clean. It's just it's up to the back. Yeah, like I said, you get this kind of feels nicely rounded. So much better quality control. This one looks like a 10 to me. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it. Edges. Yeah, I think it's a 10. You can grade it if you want. Beautiful card. All right, we have an English IR. I can already see the centering. It's off. That's going to be the main issue on the Black Bolt and White Flare. It's that centering, unfortunately. So left to right looks pretty good, but as you can tell, the top to bottom, if you flip it, look how thin it is. So I think you're already at I think you could squeeze a 9, but it's not worth the risk because sometimes they'll just shoot you with an 8. So I wouldn't grade this if I were you. I don't see any surface scratches on the foil. Actually, the back's not that great, so I think in combination with the centering, because you actually have a touch here. Touch top right and actually a little bit of lifting. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't as rounded as the other ones. Look at that. So usually if there's no white showing, you still can get a 10 with that lifting. And you don't have much white showing on the bottom too. So, but you got a little bit of white on this edge here too. I'm going to put you at an 8.5. Because that's kind of right where PSA is going to put you, between an 8 and a 5, 8 and a 9. So I wouldn't grade this because you run the risk of getting that 8. Okay. All right, I have an Inteleon. Really cool card. Oh, it looks nicely centered. I have not seen this card. Well, because it's mega. Nice. Wow, look at that centering. 50-50. Beautiful. Maybe slightly thinner on the bottom than the top, but you're within 55, 45. The surface is perfect. Corners, edges look great. Yes, we got the nice rounded, good quality control corners and edges. Nothing to this card but a 10. Get it graded. Beautiful card. Yep, you know, like I'm saying about the rounded corners. It's nice. Okay, that looked like a 10 to me. All right, we got a Mega Absol. There we go. I like filming me take the card out just in case, you know, I don't damage it, you know. That's how I would want PSA to show me if they had a video grading. Okay, left to right is okay. Within 10 range, and top to bottom's okay too. So I think you're within 10 range. Slightly thinner on the right than the left, but nah, not much. It's looking good, but I see a little white right here. Okay, it came off. It was just debris. Whew, good. And like I said, rounded corners. So that's good. What was the one that didn't have it? Which I was shocked on. That one didn't have the rounded, so like I said, don't grade that one. Looks great. This looks like a 10 to me. It's a solid 10. I don't see much wrong. Yeah, surface looks good. Okay, I see a little print line. It's good to talk about it. See right through there. But it's faint and there's only one. But if there were two of those, like over here, I would probably say PSA would give it a 9. But since it's just one, so it's good to look out for, okay? Goes through here. All right. All right, we got a Heliolisk. I like this artwork. Kind of an underrated IR out of Twilight. Look at that centering. Beautiful. And the surface looks nice. No foil bubbling or scratches or anything. Looks good. Left to right looks okay. Edges look good. It's just up to the back. Yeah, all right. So unfortunate here. You got lots of white showing there and then lots of white showing right here. So this is part of where the quality control just wasn't good. You can kind of see the lifting on the corners. So, but the surface looks good. There's no dings there. This is a lot of times it's just how it comes out of the pack, but I think little edge ripples right here too. This might even get an 8 for PSA, so it's not worth grading. I would probably give it a 9, but it's gonna be an 8 or a 9 for PSA. I wouldn't grade this. It's not worth it. Not worth the risk. Because in a 9, it probably only sells for 12, 13 bucks, and that's way less than even the grading fee. So, all right, next up. All right, looks like we have like a Japanese from Mega Evolution. Let's see what we got. Centering's near perfect. You look top to bottom. Left to right looks great. Maybe slightly thinner on the left, but within 10 range, and the surface looks good. Not seeing anything wrong. I see a little touch here, but yeah, I think it's just debris. Yeah. You're good. It's good now. Okay. Again, I don't see any white showing really. Your only little bit of white is just right here. I still don't think it's enough to move you down. Actually, I do see some like kind of scratching through here. See that right there? That worries me. I personally probably wouldn't grade this because I think they'll give it a 9 PSA. SGC, CGC might be a might be a 10, but See a little bit here too. See that? Okay. I'm going to put it at a 9.5. All right, cool card. All right, we have another kind of Mega Evolutions. Super rare. All right, so top to bottom looks good. A little thinner on the bottom, but not bad. And then left to right looks dang perfect. So centering is not going to be the issue. Surface looks good. Edges look clean. Let's flip. I do see a touch there. Okay, do you see it right there? Worries me slightly. Yeah, I think it's enough to give it a 9, sadly, for PSA. I think I'm at a 9.5 if everything else checks out. Yeah, back centering looks good. I don't see any other white spots. It's just that one that's bugging me. Other than that, the card looks great. So, I mean, it's possible you get a 10, but I don't know if it's worth the risk grading this card. Yeah. So, make sure I didn't miss anything, but I'm going to go ahead and put this at a 9.5. Cool card. Okay. All right, so I'm going to grade these slabs as if I don't even see the grades. I'm going to see if my thoughts align. So we got Calvin Johnson, blue. These are numbered at 99, I believe. Yep. Cool color match. So, I know these Bowman cards, and they show white very easily. And top two corners aren't too bad. And the centering is there. The centering is like 50-50, but I can already see that it would be a 9 because of, especially now, they grade so tough. There's a touch on this bottom right. See that? Fortunately, that's enough already. Surface looks pretty good. This card would be a great candidate for like SGC or Beckett, because I think they would give it a 9.5. Because it looks like that's really the only flaw. I don't see much on the back. Yeah, the back's centered up. Edges look good and the corners look good. So, I mean, maybe even a slight touch on this top right too. So, accurate grade, I would give this a 9. Well, personally, I would give this a 9.5, but I can see why PSA didn't give it a 10. It's a 9 for PSA for sure. But I would put it at a 9.5. Okay. All right, next we got a Mbappe. Hopefully I said that right. I've heard the name. I have at least heard of the really good players now. So I got an 8. Let's see why. Oh, I can already tell. So see this giant thick band? That's actually shouldn't be there. It honestly, it looks like it should be there because look, it's perfectly centered up. It's like right in the middle of the card, but no, that thick band is should not be there. It's just deceiving. It tricked you. Yeah, that's a printing line. Just really thick. So the thicker the printing line, the more you get knocked down. So this size one, you always get knocked down too. But if it was smaller, then you probably just would have got a 9. Other than that, centering's there. Top to bottom, left to right looks great. Sharp as can be. I don't imagine any surface scratches. It looks really clean. And even the bottom two corners, the purple look great. Sharp. So, yeah, that's the only issue. The back centering's nice. The corners are good. There it is. That is the culprit. Unfortunate there. So, yeah, I would put it at an 8.5. But, yeah, PSA 8. That's accurate. Okay. All right, we have a Yamal. I'm embarrassed I didn't know how good and who Yamal was last time I reviewed some of your cards. Okay, I got a 9. I can already see why I got a 9 too. Unfortunately, but let's go over the centering is there. I'm looking at these gaps and that. It looks pretty good. Let me look at the Select logo. Looks great. So, yeah. Corners are sharp. Edges are there, but The surface has 2 flaws I can see. This one, unfortunately, is a dimple, and the location right in the middle of the card is pretty noticeable. So most likely the grader's just going to see that and say, oh, that's a 9. So that's the problem. And then there's some like weird, let me make sure it's not on the case. You know, that was, I think it was on the case. I saw it up here on the edge, but I think it was on the case. No, I see it. So a few of these are on the case, like these, but then that on the very edge is on the card. So that's going to be an issue too. The back, I see some printing lines through here. It's a good noticeable band right here. This looks on the case. This is just on the case. Other than that, the corners look sharp. A little bit of lift up on this particular corner. And I think all of that adds up. Adds up to a 9. I think that alone is probably just a 9. I'm going to put you at a 9.5. But yeah, for a PSA, it would be a 9. Okay. All right, we have an Ohtani. Good time to have his cards. You were smart to buy. And Aaron Judge. Okay. So we're looking at the centering, and the centering's there. I'm looking at the Topps logo. And the bottom 2 corners are very sharp. And the surface, I don't see much. I see a printing line right here. It's about 1/2 inch. Goes down. You could still get a 10 with that, but I think it's going to be an uphill battle a little bit, and I see why. See that little slight touch right there? Top left. I think in combination that and that little line right here probably is why they give it a 9. This corner looks sharp. And the back, ooh, the back looks great. Usually you get a little bit of touch on these reds, but it actually looks pretty good. Really sharp. The back looks like a 10 to me. This is a very nice, clean 9 copy. So this is like a true 9.5. I can kind of see why they gave it a 9, but it could have swung a 10, depending on the grader. Surface looks good. I'm going to put it at a 9.5, but I see why PSA gave you a 9. It's those 2 marks right here and there. So I would tell you to crack it out, but I think you would, with PSA, I think you'd probably get a 9 again, because they're probably going to grade Ohtani stuff a little bit tougher. I actually see a little edge nick right here too. See that? So that factors in a little bit as well. But not big, not too big. Okay, very nice 9 copy. All right, final graded card to review. So we got Cameron Ward. Man, the Titans are struggling. Okay, so I'm assuming you want to know if it's a good candidate to cross over to PSA, maybe. If it truly is a 10, I will review it. So, centering is there. Looks great. Corners are there. Man, this centering is just perfect. Corners are there. Edges are there. Surface is solid. My only concern, maybe you were worried about that, and I'm not concerned about it, because they're supposed to have these lines, this particular shimmer refractor. So you see a line here, and then you got a few more, a line here through here. Completely normal. And then you're going to get a few vertical ones too. Yeah, those are okay. You're not going to get graded down. Hopefully the PSA grader knows that, but I think they will. They've probably graded a lot of these. Back corners look good. It's centered. No surface indents, nothing weird, no fingernail stuff. So SGC did give it right. They didn't overgrade on this particular one. I see some printing lines right through here. Slightly concerned, but the card is so nice other than that. If you do get a Naya PSA 9, it's because of these little printing lines, but the card is so perfect. Other than that, I think, and it's on the back, and eye appeal, you can't really see it too much. I think PSA still gives this a 10. I'm going to put it at a 10 too. Beautiful card. All right, back to some raw cards. We got some soccer. I am not going to lie, I have not heard of this guy. I'm sure he's good. You guys, you know who to invest in soccer, but I do not. Ooh, so clean. I can hear my dog coming in. So centering left to right looks amazing. Top to bottom looks solid. Surface looks great. I see one little issue right there. It's like this little printing bubble. But go ahead, Doug. Go ahead. But all other aspects look so nice. Look at that. Not one surface scratch. Beautiful. Let's flip it to the back. And hope if nothing... Ugh, I see it. Do you see it? It's like a pinch indent right here. Unfortunately, that's going to knock you 2 grades. Dang. And you have some lifting on that corner as well. And then you have a slight indent right here. Is that where the bubble was? No. Either way, that's the main issue. Unfortunate there. I think that's going to knock you to an 8. Lifting to that edge, too. Okay. Sorry for the news on this particular card, because the front's so beautiful. Okay. All right, we got some Junior Caminero. We had another pretty solid year. Mystical. Cool card. All right, centering. I'm looking in between this gap and this gap, and it looks pretty good. Left to right looks solid. Maybe a little bit thinner on the left than the right, but that's okay. You're still within. The surface looks great. I don't see any printing lines or defects or anything like that. And the top 2 corners are nice. See a little debris. Hold on. Off. Good. Yeah, top 2 corners look great, and the bottom 2 corners look great, and the edges look nice. So let's hope the back looks solid. This is a pretty condition-sensitive card. There's not a lot of white showing. Meaning, you know, I wanted to say this was an edge nick defect, but I don't think it is. I think it's part of the design, because it looks slightly blue to me, not white. So I think it's like a planet or something like that. And the other corners look good, so as long as the grader sees that and understands it like me, I think you're going to get 10, because it looks great. Looks like a 10. Beautiful card. The edges are clean. I don't think I missed anything. I'm going to give it a 10. Okay. All right, we got some Aaron Judge. Pink refractor. What year is this? 2020. Oh, got a thicker card sleeve. Okay. Let's see what we got. So we have some debris throughout. Let's get rid of that. Yep. Cleaning up nice. There's one mark that's not cleaning up. Right there. So that's not debris, it's like an actual mark. I think that can come up. It did. Nice. Nailed it. Perfect. Now we can grade this. Wouldn't it be nice if PSA graders did this? Okay. So there's only one mark that didn't come off, and it was right here. But I still think if everything else looks good, which, oh, I see it. I know you probably hate me saying, hearing me say that. Okay, so the centering's nice. It's near perfect, but the surface is where it's going to get you. It's a factory. I hate this type of dimple. It's the worst, and it really knocks you down. You see how thick it is? It's not in the worst location. Like, imagine if it would have been right in the middle of the card, right on his head. But it's there. It's there, all right. And then in combination with this little line here too. The back has a touch anyway right there. So you would have got a 9 anyway. And other than that, it looks okay. But I'm going to put you at an 8.5, and I think PSA gives you an 8. So a little unfortunate there, but no other surface scratches. No dimples other than that one big one. Edges look good. So yeah, I'm going to put you at an 8.5. All right, we got Tom Brady. Older Tom Brady. What is this, 2005? Let's see if I'm right. I don't know. It's been a while. 2005. All right. It's a promo. That's cool. You don't see this card too often. You got lots of debris, though. And I already see a flaw. Multiple flaws. So one here, here, and here. It must be the way it sat as a promo, because that looks like the way it was packaged. So unfortunate there. Do not grade this card. They're gonna hammer you. Other than that, look how clean the card is. Corners are sharp, and the edges are a little wonky, but it doesn't matter. This is the issue. It's gonna get you. I think they're gonna put you at like a 6. Back. The back has a little edge ripple here, bubble. Hologram looks good. Set back centering looks good, and the corners look pretty solid. So kind of like from a distance, this card looks pretty good, but then you get up, you see those. So I think even I'm at around a 6 on this one. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything else. Do not grade this Tom Brady. Okay? Okay. All right, we have an Alec Pierce. Go Colts. I'm so happy your team's doing well this year. Okay, so we got, I'm looking at the centering first. Left to right is okay, but it's thinner on the left than the right. Not too bad. And top to bottom is okay too. Looks like thinner on the top than the bottom. I'm worried. I'll have to do a little research. I'm worried about this band right here. Come on, right here, through here. I'm going to look up these online. Yeah, because it kind of does extend out through into here. See that? So that means that is a band. And it's a little thicker one like the other card I've graded in this order. So I'm worried about that. But let's keep looking. And you also have a dimple right here too. All right, so flip over. And the back is solid. I don't see much issues going on. Top to bottom, you can see it's a little off. Thinner on the top than the bottom, but on the back, it's okay. And the corners look good, and the edges look good. No weird dimples. So what is going to play a major impact is this right here, whether that's a band or not. So we'll find out. Other than that, card looks solid. Well, at least a mint 9. But if that is a band, then it's a it's an 8. Okay. Good news on the Pierce. That was part of the background. It's the stands kind of line through here, the border wall. So good news there. I can grade as if there is no band. All right. All right, we have an 89 Barry. These are my favorite type of cards to grade. I love it. All right, let's see what we got. So, I don't see anything major, which is good, but obviously the centering's off left to right and top to bottom. You're actually within an 8 range already, just because of the new centering standards. I wouldn't even say new anymore. It's probably been 8 months. But I also see some corner wear, bottom left, and I see some bottom right. Top 2 corners look pretty solid. A little lifting on this left, but that's okay. You can even smooth that out. That flaw isn't worse than the centering. And a little lifting up there. See that? Other than that, surface is great. It's a pretty clean card. It's like a solid 8 copy. No indents or anything. So yeah, I wouldn't say any better or worse. It looks like an 8 to me. Making sure I didn't miss anything. Weird dimples or anything. Yeah. Okay, it's an 8. Alright, we got this dude again. Let's hope this one doesn't have an indent or anything. His auto at a 99. So centering is there. A little off top to bottom. So it's thicker on the top. You want to compare this gap with that gap. It's a little thin here. Left to right looks solid. And I also see a a printing line right through here. See that? Pretty noticeable there, but the corners are sharp and the edges are there. Let's flip over to the back. So I don't see that indent, which is good. A very minor edge ding right here. And maybe the slightest touch there, but not bad. Not bad at all. The other corners look great. No indents to the surface. Let's make sure where I'm at. My head is at a 9 right now, mint 9. I think with that centering in combination with that print line, you're already at a 9, so there you go. Yeah, I wouldn't say any worse or any better. Solid 9. All right, we have more of this dude. Yeah, I think I have heard of his name, right? Who knows? Okay, let's hope for a 10 on one of these, though. Centering. It's off left to right. Thinner on the left than the right. If all other aspects look great, you have a chance at a 9. Centering's a little better. Still slightly thicker on the top than the bottom. Oh gosh, my dog got a hold of a bag. She's gonna chew it up and be loud. After this card, I'll take it away. Corners look good. The back looks nice. I see a little corner ding on this top left. You see it? And then some edge dings right here. And a little surface dimple right here. But all these aren't major. It's just the centering. And honestly, I think you can skate by with a 9. Corners look good. I think this is a solid 9 copy. I wouldn't grade any higher or lower. I'm glad these 2 corners look good, the darker. Okay. All right, we have a Endrick. Not gonna lie, I haven't heard of him either. But let's hope he's a 10. Okay, centering is there. Looks good to me. I'm comparing here to here, and then here to here. Looks good, and the corners are nice and sharp. I don't see any surface dimples, which is nice. I don't see much surface scratches or debris. It's looking solid so far. Oh yeah, this one's a 10. Through and through. I'm seeing some minor roller marks. Roller lines here, nothing major. And the edges, a little bit of shake-up going on like here, but not bad. Corners are nice and sharp. There's no real lift to them. Did you hear my dog? Look at that corner. A little bit there, but don't worry. That one's going to smooth out nicely. It's getting there. It's getting there. It was lifted a little bit. It's bugging me. It's getting better. You might want to do that just a little bit. But other than that, it looks like a 10. Nice looking card. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Corner's bugging me still. I think keep it in that semi-rigid for a little longer. Might smash it down a little bit. Okay. All right. Yeah, we got some baseball. Some Aaron Judge. Look at that centering. Beautifully centered. I like the rookie cup cards. Left to right looks great. Top to bottom looks great. I'm not seeing any real major flaws. This corner, these three corners look great, but this top right, I see a little bit of a bump. You see that? That's enough. I'm constantly doing this, I swear. It's just a little bump. Just gently. It's getting better. See that? Whew. It works. It works. I'm telling you, I've been doing it for 20 years, just gentle like that. Boom. Perfect. Turned a 9 into a 10 right there. The back looks pretty good. You got a little excess right here. Got it. And then this mark I'm a little concerned about. Yeah, dang it. I'm going to put you at a 9.5 because of that mark. It's pretty noticeable. I don't think it's supposed to be there. So it's most likely a PSA 9, unfortunately. I don't know. There's a chance a grader overlooks that. Nice card. Little touch there. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Little touch top left, too. I think it's a 9, unfortunately, because of that mark. Still a really nice copy. You still might want to grade it. Okay. All right, we have another Endrick. I should be taking notes of these names because you know what you're doing with collecting certain players, soccer, baseball. Okay. Cool looking card. I like these. I don't know if they call them like lava flow or something. I like it a lot. All right. So centering is off left to right. Thinner on the right than left. Look at this gap compared to that gap. It's pretty significant there. And also look at the name gap right there. But the corners are nice and sharp. And the surface was there. I just saw a little bit of mark here. I got most of it off. And then the back, little debris, nothing major, a little rounding to that corner. But other than that, there's no indents and the edges are clean. So it's just the centering. Unfortunately, you can't get higher than a 9. I probably wouldn't submit this in fear of getting that 8. It's pretty off center, but it's so clean and ultra modern. They should just still give it a 9. I'm gonna put it at a 9, but just a heads up, PSA may give it an 8 because of that centering. But I think they'll give it a 9. Yeah, I'm not missing anything else. There's no surface scratches. Nice looking card. Okay. All right, we have the Bub Carrington. I would not want my name to be Bub. Okay, see what we got. So, centering, you always look at this gap with that gap, and it's thinner on the left, but not bad at all. And then you look at this gap with that gap, and it's looking good. So, 55-45, you're within Gem 10 range, but all other aspects have to look great. Let's do it. Come on, bub. So people always ask about these roller marks, but almost all ultra modern prisms and optics have them, so they don't affect you. You can still get 10s. Yeah, this one's I think a clear cut 10 to me. I'm not seeing much. I don't even see the prism white touches. I don't see any dimples or anything. The corners look good. Yeah. Make sure the edges are clean. Yeah. They are. Not one surface scratch, so it's a solid 10. Not much to this card. Make sure I didn't miss anything, but yeah. All right. All right, we have an Elway draft picks. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, looking top to bottom looks great. And then we're looking at this gap, left, right, looks great too. No weird printing bands or lines, no surface scratches, no dimples. Corners look good, edges are clean. I'm not seeing much. This is a card where you have to get a 10 if you're going to grade it. You just have to. I see nothing. Back centering is off a little bit, but that doesn't matter on the back. And a little bit of excess on this corner, but I think you can just kind of smooth it. And yeah. Good there. Looks great. This is a 10. Make sure I didn't miss anything, but looks like a 10 to me. Yeah, it's an easy grade for them. 10 on the Elway. All right, we have a Terrell Davis certified red. Are these numbered out of 3999? Not numbered on this particular year. Wow. Okay, so what do we got? If you're going to grade this, definitely peel it off, okay? And to peel it off, you just gently rub your thumb until you see a little bit, and then grab it, pull it. Go from there. Centering's there. Yeah, I don't see much wrong with the centering. Maybe slightly thicker on the top than the bottom, but nothing major. So all this stuff won't be there. Little minor scratches if you peel it. The back. The back looks okay. I see one line I'm worried about. The corners are good. I'm worried about this little printing line through here. I don't think it's going to impact you, but do you see it? It's almost a little bit diagonal. I still don't think that'll affect you. Yeah, so it just depends whether you want to peel it or not. Don't grade it if you leave the peel on. Yeah. Looks good. I don't think I missed anything. Looks like a 10. I'm going to grade this as if you peeled it off, okay? Maybe I'll just put down both grades. If you left the peel on, it'll be a 9. Alrighty. Alright, I love these white sparkles. We got Trey, undervalued. I don't think he's a bad investment. You just got to find the right cards, not the overly produced ones. Great looking card, isn't it? So centering very slight thinner on the left and the right, and very slight thinner on the bottom and the top, but within 55-45. And the corners are nice, sharp, not one surface scratch, no dimples. Let's hope the back's clean. And for the most part, yeah. You see it? I don't know. I hate these kind of indents. I don't know what that caused it, but factory or someone's fingernail. It's a bummer. That's going to move you down. I think you still get a 9. I do. But is it worth grading a 9? I don't think so. And then you have a light smudge here, but that's a factory smudge, so I don't think it's going to come out. Yeah. So I still think you're at a 9. But unfortunate there because it was a really nice copy. Front's a 10. Let's make sure I didn't miss anything else. The corners look good. The back centering's there. Yeah, it's just that mark. All right. All right, we got another one of the Kaminga. Something like that. Yeah, see, I've heard the name. I've heard the name. Dang, it's hard to get these centered, isn't it? Because the surface is so nice. Top to bottom looks better on this card. I really like the top to bottom. See that? But the left to right is always, it's thinner. Flip it this way, you'll really see it. So I think you're already within a 9 range, unfortunately. Just a little debris, and I see just some minor dimples. That's exactly where the other dimple was, I believe, on this card. Corners look good, and the edges are there. It's just the centering so far. Dang, this has one of those indents too. You see it? Bummer. Same corner. It's got to be like packaging or something, right? Unfortunately, this is, I'm going to put it at like an 8.5, but PSA will grade this one an 8.2. That flaw is worse than the centering, so. But other than that, nothing else wrong. Just the centering in that. Bummer. Quality control is not that great on this particular set. 2024 Topps Chrome Soccer football. All right, unfortunate there. Sorry. All right, we have a Jude Bellingham. I have heard of him. Okay, out of 75. Let's hope this year of Topps Chrome is a little bit better. It's the same year, 2024. Okay, what do we got? Left to right looks great. Top to bottom looks pretty solid. See a little bit of debris on this card. Came off. This line is just part of the design. No, I think that's good. Yeah, I was just looking to the left to right centering, and I think we got this gap with that gap. It looks pretty good. Or the pillars. Pillars is a good way to look at it right here and here. I think this is a 10 copy. That's good. I don't see any indents. I see some slight rounding to this corner, just a little bit, but nothing major. And then these corners, not much white showing. I'm liking this card as a 10. Yeah, really nice copy. All right, good. I'm rooting for you. I always want you to get 10s. All right, we're going to end with a lot of soccer. You can tell I like grading other sports better. But let's give some 10s. Let's end strong. Good. All right, top to bottom I like. Just a little bit thinner on the bottom than the top, but not bad. And left to right's nice. Look at that. See the big difference here? Perfect, perfect. Love it. No weird dimples or imperfections. The corners are sharp as can be. Come on back. No weird indents. Yep, no indents on that corner. See that? But you have a little excess here. We'll get off. Beautiful. Nice. This one's a 10. Yep. Remember, it doesn't affect you when the inscription goes through. Yeah, don't worry. I didn't see anything. I see a printing line. That's what I was looking at. But I don't think it's going to hurt you. It's on the back. All of their aspects are perfect. So I think this is a clear-cut 10. You got 10s on the Judes. So hopefully that's good for you. A little edge neck there. See it? I still don't think that's going to knock you from a 10. I really don't. Yeah, this is still a 10. All right, make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. All right, we have this guy. Gouler. I don't know. I haven't heard of him. But I hope he's performing well for you. Okay, so centering is better. He's still within a 10 range. It's thinner on the left than the right, but I think you're 55-45. It's close. Top to bottom's nice. See that? This gap, great. No surface scratches, nothing weird. No printing lines. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Let's hope the back's good. Good. No weird indents. Oh, I see it. Do you see it? Boom. Dang it. Right there. I hate those indents. Looks like a fingernail or something. I don't know. But it's there, and it's going to cost you. I think it'll knock you to at least a 9. This corner has a little bit of rounding. Other than that, oh, there's more. See it? Look at that. Uh-oh. Now you're down to an 8. Yeah, it's a bummer. Other than that, the card looks good. So don't grade this one, okay? I think it's going to get you down to an 8 or 7 even from PSA, but I think they'll stick to an 8 for how nice the front is. Okay. All right, more of this dude. Hopefully this one fares better. Because it's even better of a card, lower numbered out of 25. So centering is very similar to the last one. Thinner on the left than the right, but top to bottom I like a lot. So if all of their aspects look great, I think you still have a 10 shot. I don't see any weird dimples or anything. And the corners are sharp and the edges are there. This is a tough set. So do you see these two dimples right here? It's almost like staple length, you know? 1, 2. I think this is enough to get you to a 9. No lower than that. I don't see any weird fingernail ones. But definitely there. And the corners look good. They all kind of have this weird edge lifting, but the white showing, so you're okay. This corner looks pretty solid. Okay. I think you're at a solid 9. Yeah. Okay, make sure I didn't miss anything. I think this is gradable. Check the comps, make sure it's gradable, but it's at least a 9. Okay. Okay, 2 cards left. We're going to end on a Jude, but this we have an Endrick auto. Ooh, look at that beautiful bold auto. It's a 10 autograph grade. I don't see any missing ink on it. Okay, let's end strong. 2 10s, that'd be nice. This one's looking like a 10. Centering's there. Surface impeccable. Full auto. Edge is nice. Come on back. You know what? Good enough. Good enough. I see a little touch. Top left. Just faint. And then bottom right. Little touch there too. Nothing major though. These 2 corners look nice. And it's centered. And no edge nicks. What a nice card. No fingernail surface marks. I think it's a 10. Not one surface scratch. 10. All right, I like it. Make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did, though. Nope. All right, final card. We're going to end on a Jude. Let's see if we can go 3 for 3 on Judes. 10s, I think. Might be the case. All right, centering is there. Looks good. Top to bottom, left to right, looks solid. Look at the pillars, looks good. A little bit of debris. I don't see much printing lines or any defects. No dimples. Corners are sharp, edges are there. It's looking like a 10. Okay, good. I think we finished strong. Love it. There's some indents here, but that is from the numbering, I believe. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe the faintest touch of white there, but at least darker corners is pretty solid. Back centering's there. Corners, edges. Yeah, wherever you bought the Judes. A little factory line through here on his shin guards. Yeah, but that's nothing major. I think you're out of 10 here. So I'm glad you finished with 2 10s. As always, I'm making sure I didn't miss anything, but as always, I appreciate you trusting my grading knowledge, and I hope this helps, and I want you to get good grades and grade the cards that are worth grading. Okay, thanks as always.